BlizArmy here. I'm going to try to keep this simple and to the point. A little bit of start, intro. I think there's a lot of people out there streaming Twitch, podcasts that kind of go a little soft on some people in their tactics, and they won't say a lot to rock the boat. And part of that is, let's be honest, they need to keep the players somewhat happy, and you're supposed to be playing a game, so you're supposed to be somewhat happy. But before we start the Garden of Terror is actually an awesome map for me. I love this map when it's going well, when you got a good team that's on the seeds. But I think part of the reason why some people don't like this map is because you get a bunch of randos, which is not a problem, but you get a bunch of rando asshats. That's a problem. And what I mean by an asshat is a person that goes into a multiplayer game or a party game or a brawler game and then does their own thing at the expense of the rest of the party. You can be the best laner hero killer in the world, but when it's objective time, this game was designed as a brawler. The enemy team, whether it's AI or party, are probably going to be at that objective. So if you're leaving your team 3v5, 4v5, 1v5, you're an asshat. Using the excuse that it's an AI means that you're basically a double asshat. You're a blue falcon. You can look what that means. It's a military term. But anyway, moving on. So, just for all those people using the AI as an excuse, don't want to hear it. It's a brawler. You don't want to play a brawler with a team. Go play something else. This is a team game. Team. It's not rocket science if you haven't got the memo. It's a team game. Figure it the fuck out. I'm just saying. Otherwise, you're an idiot at the expense of the rest of your team. I don't care that you get that 15, 20,000 XP run compared to the 12. I've called people on a couple of things nicely in the past. I didn't call them the asshat. Just said, hey, could you please be there for the team? I had one guy add me as a friend just to call me a noob and say some other nice words about my play style. But if you go and look at the logs of how much I've played and my win ratio and how I play, I think you'll notice that the few losses that I've got are normally when the team doesn't cooperate, and I'm almost always where I need to be. I almost never leave the team hanging. So I might not be the best player, but I'm not leaving my buddy out there in a ditch somewhere. And I think that's really important to be said, and I don't think a lot of people can say it because a lot of people do these videos or stream or Twitch. They're relying on subscribers and they need that money, and more power to them. A lot of great people, a lot of good things that they say, but they can't dog on the community too much. I can. You don't pay my bills. My 20-year military service pays my bills. So while you're in grandma's basement, leaving the rest of your party hanging, you should reconsider how you are. I hate. And part of the reason I bring all that up is because I think our game community in the last 5, maybe 10 years, as the earlier game community gets older and moves out of some games and younger people move in, I don't know what they're teaching kids nowadays. Maybe it's too much cell phones, but more and more toxic games, more and more self-centered people, less and less party dynamic. Which is a really shame. I really love this game. I think this game is a really good multiplayer game that should join some of the community. And I see some of the people pulling it more and more towards the toxic atmosphere. This League of Legends. That's not what I want to play. You can call me the old fogey. You can call me silly because I pay attention to what the team's doing. Again, don't care. You're not paying my bills, so. Anyway, let's get to the fun part of this. We're on the Shambler. I'm with a buddy of mine and an acquaintance of mine, Gizzaroth and Badfish. And we're not studs. We're not superstars. My buddy that's playing Abathur, he likes to get a little close. I think he mentioned once that I think you get XP on Ab for being near minions that die. So he will run a little close, but you can't miss seeing him on the mini-map. This will come up in a minute, because if you're in this game, mini-map is a really big informational tool. It's really important to get used to paying attention to it, and someone's going to run the enemies right into him here in a few minutes, and he's not going to like it and comment on it. But moving on. Actually, it'll be Drinda. We'll lead him right to him. He'll die. He'll comment on it, and she'll throw something back commentary-wise. But it happens. Whatever. I've led people past him too. What I want you to kind of watch is pay attention to our team dynamic when we're trying to get seeds, and pay attention to the mini-map of where the healer is in this particular... And hopefully, I won't completely suck after all that. Comment. Not a perfect player. I'm really not, but I have pretty damn decent tactics. And I have very good awareness of what's going on.
Seconds. 5, 4, 1. Go on now. Fight.
Right now I'm playing Zool, who I hadn't played in probably a month. I really like Zool, but I'm trying to get a couple of people from level 9 to 10, and oh, that's a grind. Especially when you have other things like Legion that is about to come out. I need to have a Demon Hunter I should be playing. My buddy plays Hearthstone a lot. I should try to finish laddering. I haven't ever made it legendary. It's actually pretty damn hard. To me, anyway. Alright, so I'm tinkering with Zagara here. I'm not going to kill Zagara, but I'm going to give it a couple of good... I like Zool for when I'm feeling like beating the hell out of other... Alright, so, see? She brought him by Avatar, and that was a little close, and Avatar died. So, he commented, he said please. He didn't say anything horrible. And this is what I'm talking about, people not being able to take commentary or advice in game. Please play Avatar right. Thank you. Like, she's the superstar. But whatever. So I'm on my way back to Elaine. She was on top of the seats quick. I did like... So, on Shambler, there's no reason to be late. It warns you. And if you're late, you still can make it there in time. If you notice the screen's gone dark, it might be time to come where the team is when you're the healer to the objective. I get, on this one, I think Auriel was trying to go down that way and get some of those seeds, and that's great plan. I've done it myself a million times. If you're the tank, if you're the support, let me say this one more time. If you're the support, you might want to be where the team is. I don't know. Maybe it's rocket science. I don't know. I think it's just a dumbass not paying attention, but what do I know? And my buddy Zab heading Auriel now, because Auriel's one of the few left and finally came up by the Shambler. Now, that person could be new at Auriel, that person could be not so great at Auriel, could be a lower level player that hasn't played a whole lot. But if you're playing on Elite AI, by that point, you probably, and they knew what the Shambler was, then you probably should be where your team is. Again, if you're taking the support slot, you should be, I don't know, shit, maybe supporting. Alright, so I'm headed down with Badfish. Oh, he's getting a kick out of Badfish. And we are 3 into 1, and where's the healer? Hey, the healer stopped the lane. I'm so glad I have this healer on my team. Yeah, you suck. I am so glad I don't require viewers, and I don't require it to make my money. I can say just how badly people suck. It's not your job to... Although, I would have chased it too, but the healer is nowhere by anybody. And the healer's going to die because of... Probably. Yep. Alright, so there's Abathur trying to get some XP. Ab heading various people. Probably ab heading down to this. Oh, that's a mess. And hey, that mess would have done better with the healer that's dead. I'm gonna hammer on that healer the whole game. That healer should not have been on Elite as that character if they weren't gonna try to help the team. Alright, so I'm just trying to burn through a first tower. I listened to a podcast called The Angry Chicken and also The Core and a few others on AMU TV and various things like that. The Core is Scott Johnson and crew, and they do podcasts on Heroes of the Storm. They have some entertaining stuff. And they talked about on stats that if you have the first trebuchets, oh, that's a cluster, 90% of the time or so, you will probably win. That's kind of a skewed stat, but it gives you an idea that it's important to get the trebuchets. From what I understand, the first trebuchets spawn when the first fort is dropped. So pushing through to the first fort is pretty important. So those people that are like Sylvanas and Glasgow and like the Soul Lane, all that's perfect, all that's fine up until the objective, and you should do what the brawler does, come to brawl with your buddies. But if you're the best burner in the world and you get through that tower, you know, that first fort, that's awesome. That's what you should be doing. That's why you have that class. That's why you have that hero. Wow. Ha! So I decided to prompt Ninja a little bit, see if I get a response. Okay, so I guess it was sometimes lagging, although I saw some of the movement. We had that mist that they missed up there. I don't think they were lagging, but I don't know, they could have been. So maybe I was being a little hard on that healer, but note to healers out there, don't be a healer that's out on your own if you can. If you can avoid it, you can't always avoid it. I was hoping to take pressure off that by pushing on this. The seeds are up and half dozen things, but we need them out of there, and by the time I got back and come up there, didn't think I'd be any help. Normally I'd be there for that brawl, but I asked some of the guys over comms. That's nice. Thing. Okay, so I pushed, at least dropped a tower. Looks like they were breaking up, so time to come up here and try to get some seeds. Now, I've seen people do different things with the Shambler. I like to think it's actually one of the things I'm better at. And one of the things I do is Shamblers are siege. They're made to siege. You shouldn't be non-sieging too long. But if I get this, which I'll probably go back to get in a minute. Actually, I think this one my buddy's going to get because he challenged me not to go get the Shambler for one run. Because he's always teasing me about it being a turtle player and always taking out all the towers before pushing core. So he's like, well, it's bored for me because you're always the Shambler. So I think this one I don't go get it. But one of the things I do is I do a drive-by because Polly is very powerful. Let's not watch me, let's watch what he does. And me and him have talked about it. So I think he's going to try the tactic. He drops a Polly, smacks him a couple of times, just to break him up. If you can even get one kill, it's worth a quick stop, because how long it takes things to respawn. And then he continues. You head directly for what you're supposed to, which you're supposed to be doing siege. He drops the plant, he doesn't drop it out here, he drops it far enough out to disable several of the buildings, because it has a radius. Because he polyed there, it broke up the enemy team. I think at least one, if not two of them died, I think. Two of them died. And he got through And we're the first team to drop. No, we're not. Second team. Damn it. I guess they destroyed that when I wasn't paying attention. Alright, but those start giving, from what I understand, the trebuchets, I think. That's what I was told. That's what I thought, but I don't see any trebuchets. I gotta watch that closely. See if we can figure it out. Maybe it's the second fort. Again, he dropped the thing for the radius. See how it disabled all that? And he's Abathur, so he had to back up a little bit. That was like Abathur kicking the building's ass. Alright, so no trebuchet yet, so it must be the second. I don't really get to watch from an overview to pay attention to that. Let's find out for absolutely sure. Okay, I'm a little damaged. Where's the healer? Well, the healer is next to the, one of our people. And she come right over by Ab again. Right past him on the mini-map is like, hello, I can see you on the mini-map. I can see you on the mini-map. Wrong person to go heal. Alright, so I went to break up this a little bit to try to get this moving, and then they started murder balling again. But avidly being on the damage group, I figured they had a chance, especially if the healer got there. I think that healer's about to get mauled. I wasn't able to heal anything. I don't know, I don't think I noticed her rezzing or him rezzing or whoever's playing it even once. That is a very, very powerful ability if you take it. Because that's basically, you know, whatever, 60 seconds or so that someone might be down and out from the fight. And why did... Okay, let's get mana.
Kill the shadows.
Let's see if she has that out over here. Whatever. Now, we're going to stop and clean up that while our buddies are dying as support. No, we're not going to help our friends. We're just going to... Oh my god, can't stand bad healers. I don't play healers very often, and there's a reason. I'm a bad healer. I know I'm a bad healer. So I don't play the damn class. I play them up to 5, get my gold, and move on. I might play Auriel just to keep other people from playing it. So, not sure I want to subject people to that. Although this time, let's see. The healer is in position this time. Does the healer heal at all once they go damaged? They're not that damaged yet. They should be fine for a second. I think I went down to work on that. Let's watch what happens here. I'm about to be in trouble. And those seeds are gone. Although, they took the opposite route of their buddies. I don't think, did you see that? Like, you should probably be following your buddies as the healer, but I don't know. And still ended up done. Alright, so here's me, do a drive-by, Polly. Smack Lily. I can't stand Lily. She just like kills me. I totally missed that, Polly. Oh, not, sorry. I was thinking Lily. I like to kill healers when I can, but Lily's hard to kill, so I just said dealt with it and moved on. I hope that I bought enough time. I should be finishing this before that can hopefully do anything, but I'm pinging that to get people to remember that there's a Shambler headed the other way. Try to drop the Polly, dropped my thing to disable. One hero dead. Polly. See how effective that is? That's why you should always ride the Shambler through the murder ball, through the seats to help your buddies, and then drive on with the sprint. If we can get a cigar, cigar is very powerful, so. Keep smacking the building. Drop Polly's outside the gate. Move out of the way of that mess, so we get the final couple of blows. That's all she wrote. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully the beginning wasn't too salty, but it's something that needs to be said. Especially if you take... There's only a couple of supports that should go on a team where it's too lopsided, not enough damage. So if you take one of those spots, people are counting on you to not just lane, not just do objective, but be near them when things are cooking off as a team. The rest of the time you can be laning, that's fine. Lily, my buddy does it with Lily all the time because people cluster up and leave a lane unattended, and they'll have to go defend with her, and that's fine. But he comes up to the brawl. He comes up to the objective after. So, don't be a schmuck. Don't take a support and then not play it as a support. I don't care if you're not the greatest healer. I don't care if you kind of suck at it. Just don't be over here when the rest of the team's like over here. Anyway, this is BlizArmy. Thanks for joining me. Have a great game day.